Coming up, a small kitchen fire has left 4 people in need of new homes.
And we'll tell you what the local economy has in store for you.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Derek Hill.
And I'm Casey Gordon. 4 people are without a home today following a small kitchen fire. The fire broke out in the 1600 block of Lexington Circle last Friday at about 4 p.m. with no reported injuries. The Valdosta branch of the American Red Cross are assisting the people affected by the fire. According to officials, the fire was an accident, but the cost of the damages is reported to be at nearly $10,000.
Last week, detectives were able to use video surveillance from participating residents' home garage to identify Thomas Vickers and Errol Parker as the pair of burglars who stole numerous items from homes and storage units. In previous weeks, people in the city of Valdosta have reported lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, four-wheelers, and other items stolen from their garages, yards, and storage containers. So far, the pair has been seen linked to 3 different burglaries and may be tied to more. More charges are likely to be filed by the county sheriff's office.
Are you curious about what the economy might have in store this upcoming year, or maybe years to come? Our business reporter, Landon Harris, has this.
During the recent Business Outlook breakfast, the Lowndes Valdosta Chamber of Commerce invited economists from state, federal, and local levels to make projections of the upcoming year. The Business Outlook breakfast, hosted by the Lowndes Valdosta Chamber of Commerce, invited local business leaders to participate in a series of state, federal, and local projections pertaining to the upcoming economic conditions for 2015. These projections not only inform participants what to expect for the state, federal, and local economy, but also how the 3 coincide.
In a fundamental sense, the U.S. economy is on pretty solid footing. And then the issue is, well, how is Valdosta going to fit in that larger picture? And listening to a number of people, both yesterday and today, it looks pretty good.
Even though Valdosta is vastly growing and actively striving to broaden the types of jobs offered, still some may wonder where the future of Valdosta is heading. Dr. Cynthia Torrey has some suggestions.
Greater Valdosta area does have a large concentration of service-oriented jobs in our community. That's the good news, because that does create a lot of jobs in that sector. The bad news for that sector is those jobs tend to be a lower wage. Area of possible growth is to try and make us an inland port with I-10 very close, I-75 very close, Orlando, Atlanta, this gateway to the south. We could actually become a transportation hub.
Even though it's unsure where the future of Valdosta's industry lies, one thing's certain: the future seems promising. From News Valdosta, I'm Landon Harris.
Last Friday, the Valdosta Fire Department included 11 new firefighters. Reporter Cassandra Macy has the story.
The Valdosta Fire Department recruit class has officially come to an end. I'm here at the community center where the 11 recruits will become Valdosta's next firefighters.
The band, posting of colors, the Pledge of Allegiance, and a prayer was the opening to the 2015 recruit class graduation and award ceremony. Battalion Chief Brian Boutwell gave a speech about what the recruits have done over the past 13 weeks.
The hardest part of training for me was probably just getting acclimated with the actual fire trucks and learning all the different systems that it can run and all the different hoses and sizes, but I really enjoyed every other moment of it, but just trying to learn that.
The keynote speaker was Fire Chief Freddie Broom. His speech was to encourage the recruits to always believe in themselves.
You are 1,000 things, but everyone chooses to see the million things you are not.
The ceremony closed with the presentation of badges and certificates. Lastly, the recruits took the oath to becoming Valdosta's newest firefighters.
Always a learning process, but once you know what direction you want to go in, the sky's the limit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, clap! 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 5.
The Valdosta Fire Department recruit class has been working hard since January. Now, all the hard work has paid off, and the city of Valdosta is able to welcome 11 new firefighters. With News Valdosta, I'm Cassandra Massey.
The main event for the Valdosta Board of Education recently was to recognize students within the district for their hard work. Tamanya Conyers has more.
At the most recent Valdosta Board of Education meeting, there were talks about the stadium agreement with Valdosta State University, as well as taking the time to recognize the students in the district for their hard work throughout the year. The Valdosta Board meeting was held in the superintendent's office, and the meeting started out normally with the approval of minutes at the last meeting and the meeting before the last meeting. The school board also took the time to recognize 3 students, Nada Kent and Samuel Christopher from Valdosta High School, on making the All-State Band in Georgia, and Jakia Townsend, also from Valdosta High School, on being the Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year.
It's a great feeling. I feel like I have accomplished something in life, and it's just an outstanding feeling.
The board members also approved a contract agreement that would allow the Valdosta State Blazers use of the Valdosta Wildcat football stadium for another year. The board members are really excited to work with the Valdosta State Blazers for another year.
Oh yes, we have a really good partnership with VSU and the football program, and Herb Reinhardt and his staff over there do a great job, and you know, we've continued just to roll the contract over with no increase in price, and it's a good thing.
And with News Valdosta, I'm Tamara Conyers.
When we come back, we will take a look at a new shadow and internship program at the South Georgia Medical Center.
And we will take a look at South Georgia Regional Library's new book club, so stay with us.
Danse, balance, suis la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches, au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Are you a Valdosta State University senior nursing student or a local business leader interested in a shattering South Georgia Medical Center cardiovascular team? If so, SGMC has a new shadowing and internship program for you. The program is designed to educate business leaders about the work performed at SGMC, as well as offer nursing students a glimpse of cardiovascular nursing. Selected candidates will scrub in and watch actual cases from behind the scenes within the facility. The shadowing program for business leaders will be a one-day experience, and the mini internship for nursing students will take place over 2 days. SGMC will work in conjunction with the Valdosta Lowndes County Chamber of Commerce and VSU's College of Nursing and Health Sciences to select qualified candidates.
Dance Arts, Inc. is a business that has been around for decades to teach and inspire young dancers. Arts reporter Melanie Jackson shows us what they're up to now.
Dance Arts has been an important part of Valdosta for more than 25 years. This school is a place for children of all ages to express themselves through the art of dance under the eye of director Linda Chase and her professional staff.
I love dance and I love teaching. I love kids, and I just love being here at the studio and seeing them improve and see them learn because we're a dance education studio.
After retiring from her professional career, Linda Chase found it important to share with others her love of dance.
They concentrate, and it helps to develop their character.
She's taught us a lot of things, a lot of little kids things, older kids, and now we can go out into the real world and show off our techniques that she's given us.
With her school being such a big part of Valdosta's art scene, the city has declared one day a year to be Linda Chase Day. Many of the students have claimed that dance arts has become like a second home to them, for they spend so many hours here each and every day.
I love dance arts. It's like a home away from home. It makes me happy. I love being around the little kids and being able to teach them dance. I've been dancing for 3 years, so I love it a lot.
Dance arts is and will continue to be a home away from home for the students who attend this school. For News Valdosta, I'm Melanie Rose Jackson.
Wiregrass Technical College Foundation South has received a sizable donation of $50,000 to its annual fundraising campaign. Behind the donation was a longtime advocate of the college, Clarence Smith. Smith previously received the Wiregrass Founder of the Year Award and is continuing his efforts to promote technical education.
The South Georgia Regional Library has a new and upcoming book club. Here's reporter Quenisha Claiborne with the story.
I'm here at the South Georgia Regional Library, and I had the opportunity to speak with someone about a new and upcoming book club. The Valdosta Lowndes County Library has a new and upcoming book club that just might pique your interest. The Mahogany Romance Book Club, that is. The club is now open to adults over the age of 18. Their genre of choice? Adult fiction by Black authors.
All that is in book time. And then after that, when we want, so we talked about going into certain project areas and volunteering.
Although this is only their second meeting, the club members have big plans for their community.
Towards our women.
I was returning a library book and I came upon a section in the library, a little small section with a few familiar African American authors, and I noticed that there was a date on a flyer with a meeting, and it the name of the club kind of stayed with me.
Members of the book club expressed their interest in going to local churches, communities, and tutoring the youth.
I want us to grow here in South Georgia, around the community, to give back, to help people in any which way, not all about reading books, but any way we can give back to the community. This is why I wanted to start this book club.
I'm so glad that I could come and spend some time with them. For News Valdosta, I'm Quenisha Claiborne.
Here's a news tip. When we think of pollen, we rarely think of it being anything more than a nuisance. That may be changing as the benefits of bee pollen are being discovered. Bee pollen is produced by honeybees and are more rich in proteins than any other animal source. It also contains more amino acids than beef, eggs, or cheese of equal weight.
When we come back, Chris Carter will tell us about our local weather.
So stay with us.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live United. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
At VSU, we're all fired up. We spark intellects on a cool campus in a hot college town. We fan the spirit with national championships and fuel your fun side. Valdosta State University. Ignite!
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Chris Carter. Chris, what should we expect?
Thanks, Derek. Today has been cloudy with a high of 71 degrees. We've had a 20% chance of rain and the humidity has been at about 78%. Make sure you have a jacket handy as the wind will be blowing upwards of 10 miles per hour this afternoon. Tonight won't get any better. We have a low of 63 degrees with the wind continuing to blow upwards of 10 miles per hour. There will be an 80% chance of rain along with possible thunderstorms until the early morning. Tomorrow, we're looking at a high of 75 degrees and a low of 54. Make sure to have that umbrella handy as we're expecting scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. The wind will continue to be a factor with speeds between 8 and 10 miles per hour. Looks like the sun was taking a break, at least for today, as the UV index was only a 4 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed it while we had it because the UV index will be on the rise the rest of the week. Sunscreen with an SPF of at least 15 is recommended. Today's pollen count was at a 7.3 out of 10. If you can make it through the rest of today, then tomorrow will be a breeze because the pollen count is a 0.9. That's all I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Chris. Next, we'll look at local sports with Marissa Daniels, so stay with us.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
That's low. That's low.
Look, he's blushing.
Seriously.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's check in with Marissa Daniels for our local sports. Marissa?
Thanks, Casey. Last Friday, Lowndes High School's baseball team defeated Colquitt County 6-5 in an away conference matchup. The game was a determining factor in whether or not the Vikings would make it to playoffs. The Vikings will face Lakeside High School in an away game, playoff game, on Friday with the first pitch at 2 p.m. Get ready, baseball fans, because the playoffs start this weekend. The Valdosta Wildcats will be on the road taking on the Tucker Tigers in a series. The first game begins at 2 p.m. this Friday and will be followed by the second game at 5 p.m. The third game will be played this Saturday at noon, so make sure to head out and support your Cats. Needing 2 wins to stay alive in the Gulf South Conference Tournament, the Valdosta State baseball team took care of business in Friday's doubleheader. The Blazers defeated visiting team Mississippi College 11-0 and 7-2 on the campus of Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College campus in Tipton at the Stallion Field to ensure their season will continue next weekend. 3 Colquitt County pitchers walked the first 5 Lowndes batters in the top of the 7th inning, and 3 of them scored to give the Vikings a 6-5 victory at Ike Altman Field and a ticket to the state playoffs. With the loss, the Vikings would have missed the playoffs, but that's not the case. The 7th inning rally sends Lowndes to the postseason as Region 1 6A's number 3 seed. So congratulations. Well, that's all I have for sports today. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Marissa.
We're taking another short break, but when we come back, we'll tell you more on how to get involved in Habitat for Humanity and what's happening at this weekend's Fresh Friday. So don't go away.
"7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of News Valdosta.
This Saturday's Habitat for Humanity's Women Build group is hosting an event to help the community empower women and break stereotypes. Habitat is encouraging women to participate in the construction of houses for hard-working, low-income families. Since 1998, Women Build has helped to build 2,322 homes for deserving families internationally, and 96 homes were built last year alone by women. You can find out more information at Habitat for Humanity in Valdosta.
Ready to combine the love of art and historic downtown Valdosta, the popular First Friday event this weekend will feature an art walk from 5 to 8 p.m. As always, First Friday also features live music, dining specials, shopping, and more of the fun that the community expects on the first Friday of every month in downtown Valdosta.
Wiregrass had a great turnout at its 2015 Career Expo last week. Reporter Nolani Matthews attended this event and has more on the story.
Potential employees are gathering here today dressed for success for this year's Wiregrass Career Expo. This is a feeding ground for businesses looking for the perfect candidate.
I'm never late for work. I'm nice, I'm good around others.
These were just a few things applicants were able to tell interested employers last Thursday, but this time not just on paper. Robert Long has been the regional recruiter for the Georgia Department of Juvenile Justice for 13 years. He says he chooses to travel to this expo every year due to its large coverage and area.
I get good candidates from the Valdosta area from this event that we take a hard look at. We certainly want to grow our own and create a good relationship.
Although Brooks Hall Conference Center was packed with employers, opportunities didn't stop there. Branch manager Sean Panizzi says team temps will find workers the right job and for free.
We do hiring for various companies in the area, everything from short-term temporary positions to companies looking to hire full-time employees, and they use this as a recruitment tool. This year alone, we've had over 100 employees started as a temporary, have been hired as a full-time employee at those clients.
Resumes were ready and applications were filled. With over 50 businesses represented this year, attendees got exactly what they came for. For News Valdosta, I'm Nolani Matthews.
That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Derek Hill.
And I'm Casey Gordon. We'll see you again tomorrow.